see.
What have you dove into, and what do you like so far?
My Career Builder. It's the most extensive builder I've ever seen. It's obvious that the devs want us to, make legitimate builds that have specific abilities designed for scoring or playing defense. They want you to play your role this time around for sure.
They did a great job of, I think, making sure that you can't just put up certain attributes to 99 and then leave others away. Everything kind of works together, which leads to, I think, more realistic players, more NBA-like players. Every build can...
We've got two conference rivals squaring off tonight, Grant. I'm sure both teams have been eagerly looking forward to this one.
Well, we always enjoy these rivalry matchups. I mean, facing a rival you've been battling in the rankings is always rewarding. And as a player, you get fired up and are ready to do whatever it takes to get the win.
A look at the starting group for the Pistons. Bagley and Stewart together down low. Cunningham and Bay, the wing pair. And it's MP in at the point guard position. Here's Dosunmu, stolen by MP. Who poked away. DeRozan with the ball. Dosunmu on the wing. Outside Levine. Pass to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. DeRozan passes to Williams. The Bulls need to get off a shot. Shot by Levine, no good. MP against DeRozan. Now here's Bagley. Back to MP. Lets it fly. The three ball. Another three for Detroit.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's DeRozan. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. He was unstoppable. Back to Dosunmu. Over MP. And the basket by Dosunmu.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible. Now, you have to think with this Pistons squad that all eyes are on the future as opposed to the here and now. Young guys focused on reaching their potential.
Buries it from 3. MP's got 9. Here's Levine. We saw him with 29 points in his last game. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here. So where do you see the ceiling for this younger Pistons team as they continue to grow?
B.A., it's always difficult to predict the limits of a team. But as long as they continue to steadily develop, they could become a unit with playoff potential.
Now here's MP. He's got 9. And the Pistons, another 3.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, they haven't had many answers for him.
Bay against DeRozan. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Levine.
And 3 for 4 to start, showing some rhythm.
And that streaking rack attack is the mobile one drive.
Aggressive take there to get inside. They're looking to make things happen to try and take control of this game.
Bay passes to MP. And again, it's Detroit.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
Chicago trailing here. Outside Levine. Back to Dosunmu from outside the arc. The rebound by Stewart. Detroit has gone 4 for 4 so far from three-point land. Impressive. And MP throws it down.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Pass to DeRozan. And he's going for the lob. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. And MP throws it down.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Okay, look out.
Man.
Wow. Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
Good timeout if you ask me. They have the momentum, and coach wants to find a way to try and stop it.
A big group substitution here for Chicago. Andre Drummond is checked in for Nikola Vucevic. Green comes in for Williams. White, he's checked in for Levine. And it's Caruso in for Dosunmu. And a new group getting ready for the Pistons. Duran, he's checked in for Stewart. Olynyk comes in for Bagley. Diallo's checked in for Bay. And Ivy subbed in for Cade Cunningham. Shot is up. And again, it's Detroit converting.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
And Chicago has possession. Down by 15. Back to Caruso. Pass to Green. 6 to shoot. From deep three-point range.
And just refusing to give up second chance points. Excellent defensive rebounding.
MP left side. There's the triple. Oh, he is cooking right now. 10 for 11 from the field.
And they are letting those threes fly from outside. Really in a great rhythm.
Caruso finds White. Back to Caruso. And there's the rejection.
Yeah, anytime you put the ball up near Duran, there's a chance it ends up back in your face.
From deep, MP. Another three for Detroit.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
And so here is Chicago. And he lobs it up top. And it's hammered home by Green.
Great teamwork and great timing.
Oh, spectacular play. So it's Detroit now. They have a 19-point lead. To the wing, right side. Here's Ivy. And he makes it on the layup.
Just finding room to go to work inside. Ivy really relies on his physical abilities to get a close-range shot.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons. They're feeling great. A 21-point lead. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Pistons? Williams at power forward with Vucevic at center. Levine is the 2 with DeRozan at the 3. And it's Dosunmu in at the 1 spot. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Oh, guys, the city of Chicago is used to the highest standard. The shadow of those Michael Jordan teams still looms large.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
Thanks. Well, MP in their last game against the Magic was a man on a mission. He had 57 points and also did a lot of damage from long. He put up significant numbers. So the question becomes, can he do it again?
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
It feels like once you get a taste of winning, you never want that to end, Grant. Substitution here for Chicago. Andre Drummond is checked in for Nikola Vucevic. Green comes in for Williams. White, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Caruso in for Dosunmu. Caruso misses.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And the three-point shot, so important, Richard. That's something you added after you came into the league. What was that process like?
Well, look, as the game tilted that direction, it was no secret. You have to put in that time. But what I try and tell people is that it took me 3 years before I was able to even become a consistent three-point shooter, and another 5 before I became a good one. So as long as you're putting in the work, you're going to see the results.
Those who evolve are those who stay around. Good work there as it goes. Levine's got 9 points now in the quarter.
We see this time and time again from Levine. He has the ability to put the offense on his shoulders.
Diallo outside from deep. MP gets the 3-ball to go. MP's got 36 points.
Whoo, this guy is as hot as they come from distance. Defensively, you almost have to pick him up once he crosses half court.
Caruso, the pass to White. Can't hit that one. And Detroit will go the other way with it. Their last game, a win against the Magic, looking to carry it into this one.
They were lights out from beyond the arc, and they spaced the floor beautifully in that one.
Tough to keep the consistency from deep, but they did it last time.
Caruso finds Levine. Back to Caruso. Takes the 3. The Pistons clear it. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Chicago.
And these two teams will face off against one another 4 times. It should be fun.
Yeah, you know, each team wants to take it to the other. I'm sure we will see a lot of toying around with lineups and see what types of matchups work best.
Going all in, that was the 2K drive. Well worth a second look.
Yeah, talent is one thing, but it's about the want to. Up big, but not settling. Continue to press the attack. Man, the defender really went after him.
And he sinks the second.
And give them credit for making a more concerted effort to get to the line this quarter.
Here's MP. And again, it's Detroit.
And I'll tell you what, that's what being unselfish is all about. Ivy finding the open man.
Here's Levine. And the shot's good. Levine's got 14.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
And the basket by MP.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. And for the Bulls, they're shooting around 33%, not the best offensive efficiency. Back on draft night 2017, the Bulls trading away their star, Jimmy Butler.
And what a haul they got from Minnesota. Zach LaVine, the headliner, and he's turned out to be a franchise player. It's tough to win one of those type of deals, but Chicago got a stud.
Setting the floor for the Pistons. Bay, the small forward, with Bagley holding down the 4. Cade Cunningham out there with MP. And it's Stewart in at the 5 spot. That was another look at our Mobile One drive of the game just a moment ago.
Yeah, taking the onus on himself to make something happen. Got it into the teeth of the defense and made them pay.
Outside Levine. DeRozan passes to Vucevic. Back to DeRozan. Clock at 6. That one is off. Good D by Bay.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
And out of bounds, the Bulls will take it.
A classic breakdown with the ball, sending it right out of bounds and giving the defense a freebie.
Here's Dosunmu, covered by MP. DeRozan outside. Pass to Williams. Back to DeRozan. And stolen by Bagley. Here's MP. Got it. Good job in the low post. MP's got 48.
Getting buckets at a critical time. Just give him the ball and let him go to work.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the Pistons focusing on improving their scoring. Coach Dwayne Casey said, quote, "This is an offensive league. In today's game, you've got to be able to shoot the 3 because you can't make enough 2s to win. It's tough to defend the 3, so you've got to keep that scoreboard moving." Back to you.
Floor spacing at a premium, Allie. Thank you.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, I credit some of that to their communication out on the floor. They are attacking as a unit.
Here's Dosunmu, covered by MP. And it goes as the official calls the foul.
What's up?
And last season, the NBA mourned the passing of Hall of Famer Bob Lanier. He played his first decade with the Pistons.
A sad loss for the NBA. Now, he represented them 7 times as an all-star. But for all his greatness on the court, he'll be remembered just as much for the work he did off the court as the league's global ambassador. Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
Outside Levine. Fires high post. Rebound by Olynyk.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
And so it's Detroit. Don't see too many 39-point leads in the NBA. Incredible. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. Back to the game after this break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
And from a team perspective, having your off-guard rip-off passes like that, it's awesome. It shows you have guys willing to give up the rock.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Tony Bradley. Derek Jones is out there with Javonte Green. Then it's Alex Caruso, and it's White in at the 2. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And here's MP from outside. Hits a 3-pointer. MP's got 53 points.
He's just lighting them up in this game. The D's going to have to extend a little bit more, or he's going to keep knocking them down from deep.
Green against Noel. Left side Green. Pass to White. That one no good. And Detroit will go the other way with it. Next up, they'll face the Timberwolves in Minnesota. That'll be just the second road game of 5 in a row. You know, with all the dunkers out there, some players make sure they...
One shot.
That one misses for Vucevic.
You love a big man like Vucevic. Puts in the effort to keep improving. For example, look at what he's done with his perimeter shooting.
Back to MP. Fires from deep. And it's good. He hits another one.
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. Pass to DeRozan. Williams with it. Down low. Here's Levine. Uses the glass on the layup. Levine's got 34.
Inside the paint, Levine's agility is just a difference maker. That's what allows him to get to almost any shot.
Here's Joseph. And so it's Detroit easily grabbing this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, BA. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Brian Anderson saying thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Go with your small forward, lockdown, 3-and-D defender. He's going to fit on any roster, on any team. You're going to come out the gate firing. You're going to be excited about the game. You're going to have almost no problems.
Being a big man myself, I created a big man. I made like a 7-2 center and absolutely destroyed everyone on the inside. Bringing Shaq back to the 2K23, you know what I mean?
Unlocking the Shaq player card reward means total domination. This is what we got to do. Order.
And Greg, it must add a little extra motivation for both these teams to end the year on this New Year's Eve on a winning note.
It does. I mean, but the atmosphere is special on New Year's Eve no matter what. The fans are excited. There are a lot of families in the crowd, and everyone's having fun. And the players can pick up on that energy.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Bagley and Stewart make up the inside pair. Cunningham is out there with MP. And it's Diallo in at the small forward position. And you look at Anthony Edwards, and GA, he is becoming the leader of this Timberwolves team, isn't he?
I think he is. I mean, partly it's his production with his numbers up across the board, but it's also his personality. He plays with tremendous swagger.
MP, no good. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. It's a three-point game. Tries again, and he sinks the layup. Edwards got 5 points so far.
You see the kind of power that Anthony Edwards can play with. This guy, the board, the finish, yes, sir.
And here's MP for three. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Outside, Russell. Edwards looking it over. Tries again. And it's good on the way in. 7 points in the game.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow. And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Anderson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Russell finds Gobert. 4 on the shot clock. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. And the shot goes in.
Boy, Rudy Gobert, usually the recipient of that kind of pass. That was nicely done, Rudy.
Here's MP. 2 points. That one goes. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Pass to Noel. MP against Russell. Shoots. It's hauled in by Diallo.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
And here's MP for 3. And again, it's the Pistons from deep.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Now, here is Russell. He had 27 points last game. And Gobert kicks to Russell. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And a wide open look for MP. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Oh, defending Cunningham, boy, a challenge. You have to pay extra attention. That's when you leave someone open. And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
Now here's Edwards. We saw him with 29 points last game. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Oh, man, a hot start for him. He's hit 5 of his first 7.
And here's MP for 3. And again, it's the Pistons from deep. I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past. Just keep evolving as a team.
And Russell gets it to go.
D'Angelo Russell is not afraid to make some big-time momentum-swinging shots. Nice to see him answer back right there.
And a deep 3 from MP. And another 3 for Detroit.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Russell against MP. Here's Noel. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Anderson. It's hauled in by Stewart. Pistons leading by 4. The 3 from MP. And another 3 for Detroit.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Looking at Minnesota, they took the win in their last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Minnesota calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. McDaniels comes in for Anderson. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Noel. And Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for D'Angelo Russell. And here is MP after Anthony Edwards made that last three-pointer.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Timberwolves trail by 7. Prince outside. Pass to Edwards. McDaniels with the ball. He's against Olynyk. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
This guy is a fantastic finisher near the hoop. Taurean Prince with an emphatic 2.
And here's MP for 3. And another 3 for Detroit.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
For Minnesota, they've gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. Edwards finds Prince. Over to the left wing. McDaniels. Off target from outside. Pistons leading by 8. Down low. Here's Duren. And Duren slams it in.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Wow, they've come out strong. Control the pace, assert their will. Nice.
Outside Edwards. 2 on the clock. And the shot is long. And so is Detroit with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We've got more in store for you right after this. And we're getting back to the action in our New Year's Eve broadcast. Changes for Minnesota. McDaniels, he's checked in for Prince. And Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for D'Angelo Russell. Then for the Pistons, Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Marvin Bagley comes in for Diallo. And MP subbed in for Ivy. The forwards are Edwards and McDaniels. Then it's Naz Reid. And it's Noel in at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, MP in the last matchup against Chicago was sensational. He had 56 points, and he got those points as he always does, knocking down shots from beyond the arc. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Thanks for the report, D.A. Greg, phenomenal effort by him in that last game.
He willed the team to victory through his talent and through that competitiveness.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
6 to shoot. Here's Noel. His last out on the 20 points.
Oh, great anticipation by Cunningham, managing to get his hand on that shot.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Oh, and with all the gifted range shooters in this league, Doors, it seems like in the clutch, more teams go for those long-distance, quote-unquote, Hail Mary threes rather than 2 quick field goals. Goals inside.
Well, it makes sense if you have guys who work on those types of shots. We see Stephen Curry do this all the time. But I don't always agree that that should be the play. If you have the time, go for high percentage two-point looks.
That one goes. Count it.
Taking the contact in the NBA is such a critical skill. Anthony Edwards, the frame and the game.
Pass to Bay. MP deciding where to go with it. Another three for Detroit.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
Outside Edwards. There's the pass to McLaughlin. Now here's Reed. Not a lot of room. To the inside. And the dunk by MP.
A lot to like about the way they're playing right now, but still plenty of time left.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
Edwards can't hit.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Now Olynyk. Kicks it to MP. Passes it to Bay. Over Edwards. And Detroit again with the bucket.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Outside Edwards. Shoots over Bay. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
And on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. Bagley and Stewart make up the inside pair. MP is out there with Cunningham. And it's Diallo in at the 3 slot. Here's Noel. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Gobert down low. Stewart on him. Russell inside. Guarded by Stewart. Good. 6 points for Rudy Gobert.
Well, Rudy Gobert securing the board and making sure to convert.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. He gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
That free throw missing. No good on the second free throw. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Russell from long range. And no good that time.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Cunningham finds MP. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Cunningham's got his 4th assist in this one. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket. And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Cunningham on the wing. Misses the 3. Minnesota's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3 ball well. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Diallo against Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
Cunningham passes to MP. Now Diallo. And here's MP for 3. Connects from 3-point range. MP's got 45 points. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Russell dishes to Gobert. Shoots from 14 and almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. Now, if you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
Prince is checked in for Noel. And the basket by MP.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And Gobert kicks to Edwards. Shot clock at 6. The dish to Russell. Timberwolves keep it alive. Anderson trying to free himself up. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
We think first of Rudy Gobert as a defender, but this guy has the instincts and touch, even against good defense. Nice, Rudy.
Good, he hits again.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Prince outside. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Gobert. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
Well, the length and the size of Rudy Gobert so problematic for defenses. Nothing they can do there but foul him.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. McDaniels comes in for Anderson. And Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for Russell. Olenek is checked in for Detroit. Bay comes in for Diallo. MP, no good. Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. McDaniels passes to McLaughlin. Kicks it out to Prince. Gobert trying to get open. They get it back.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. The fader. And good. He hits it again.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. McLaughlin, the pass to Prince. Pass to Edwards. To the paint. Here's McLaughlin. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And even down big, the effort and energy is still there to try and make a comeback. Way to attack there and then create the contact.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
I think it's also important we mention the number of assists this group has tallied. Their offense continues to just hum along right now.
McDaniels passes to Reed, and that one is stuffed right through.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Boy, looked like the D was going to get to that shot, but what a job he did to change his release and get the lay-in.
Pass to McLaughlin. He dishes it to Gobert. The pass to Edwards. Here's McLaughlin. The shot from the low post is good. McLaughlin's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Back to MP. From outside, off the mark. Pulls it up. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Detroit cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
How about the...
Anderson, he's checked in for Naz Reid. Kay Cunningham's checked in for the Pistons. MP comes in for Ivy. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Rudy Gobert is out there with Kyle Anderson. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Well, Greg, we're seeing high schoolers now making 6 figures to play basketball. I bet you wouldn't have minded that in your time, would you?
I tell you what, it beats delivering the newspaper, right? It's still fresh and developing, but a lot of different opportunities are emerging.
And something you always hear about Jaden McDaniels, Doris, is how effortless he makes the game look.
Kev, when I watch this guy play, I feel like he glides through an NBA game. There's a finesse that you don't necessarily see from players his size. He's a handful on the low block. This young man is brimming with potential.
Cunningham outside. And here's MP for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Cunningham's got 6 assists now in the game. Russell against MP. Passes it to Edwards. Anderson outside. Pass to McDaniels. The shot's good.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Pistons.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for MP.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Anderson. Great D that time from Bagley.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Good on the shot.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Russell passes to McDaniels. Back to Russell. The kick out to Anderson from past the arc. That one, no good. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you later.